and then comes out with a oh, like it's no big deal. Oops. What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna talk to you guys today about the truth about being a mom. So I feel like oftentimes social media portrays motherhood as such this glamorous, perfect, easy life, when in reality, it's flippin' hard, you guys. It's hard. So I'm gonna bring to you guys all of the things that I feel are truths about motherhood that nobody talks about. So if you want to hear the truth about motherhood, keep on watching. So first of all, can we just talk about how birth is such a beautiful thing? You guys, it is not. It is the most unglamorous thing that I have ever gone through. People don't tell you that when you're in labor and you have an epidural and you can't feel gas coming through your stomach, that you're gonna be farting, you're gonna be stinking up the room, and you don't even know that it's coming from you. So when I was in labor, I had an epidural, and every time that they would flip me, a fart would come out. And I'm not talking just like a, I'm talking like a, like a fart would come out. So not glamorous, but it's motherhood. Can we talk about the catheter too? Anyone else think that catheters were for old people, or catheters were for surgeries? Not pregnant women? So I get a catheter when I'm in labor. It's doing its thing the whole time. They go to move me to my room to recover after my body just pushed a human out of my vajim-jam. And she says, do you have to pee? And I say, I don't know, I can't feel anything below my waist. And they're like, okay, well, why don't we just check just to make sure? So they put this little ultrasound thing on my stomach, and they're like, oh, your bladder's full. Why don't we just go ahead and put a catheter in there and drain you out? Okay, sure, whatever. You guys, they put this catheter in me. This nurse is pushing down on my stomach, and this bag is just filling with pee. And I'm talking like, you know the ones that they hook to your IV, they put it up on those like metal rolly things so that you can carry around your bag of liquids? It filled one of those bags. I'm literally laying on the bed and this bag is in front of me, and this nurse is pushing on my stomach, and this bag is just filling with my urine. They don't tell you about that. They sure don't. They sure don't tell you that you are gonna be living in Depends for the next 6 weeks either. People didn't tell me you'd be bleeding for 6 weeks. People didn't tell me that it was gonna hurt my crotch to walk. People didn't tell me that my butthole was gonna bleed when I tried to poop. Ow! People don't talk about that stuff. And I kinda wish they did. It might have changed my decision a little bit, you know? People don't tell you that after you have a baby, you've got this beautiful bundle of joy and a husband who has selective hearing and turns off his baby cry meter at night. They don't tell you that you're gonna feel so lonely for the first couple weeks. You could be surrounded by people and you're gonna feel like no one else is around. It's just you and this baby. So you join a mom group. Love me some mom groups. Every single mom in the mom groups thinks that they are a better mother for your child than you are. Everybody else knows better than you do for your own child. So loneliness and figure it out by myself, or join a mom group to make some friends and have everybody tell me how to parent my child. Take your pick. People don't tell you that when you're breastfeeding, you're gonna feel great at first. You're gonna feel Pamela Anderson, you know, hard boobs way up here, nice and perky and full. And then you start nursing, and then they start deflating a little bit more at a time. And then after nursing your second kid, they just look like deflated water balloons with a bouncy ball at the end of them. It's true. I mean, it's true for me. I hope that I'm not the only one going through these things, because I'm gonna look real dumb. While we're on the topic of breastfeeding, let's just talk about breast is best. I breastfed because it was cheap. Yes, of course I want to give my baby the best, but also I don't want to spend money. So there you have it. Now we're doing formula, and it costs us like $137 for a box that lasts us about 10 to 11 days. So. People also don't tell you that when you're breastfeeding, your boobs are gonna leak everywhere. You're gonna be in Target, you're gonna hear another kid crying, you're gonna feel those needles coming through your boobs, and then all of a sudden your shirt is gonna have 2 wet spots right where your nipples sit. Or if you're like me and you live next to an Air Force base, a jet's gonna fly by and your boobs are gonna be like, oh, baby needs some food, because apparently a jet sounds like a crying baby. People don't tell you that when you're trying to get your pre-baby body back postpartum, you're gonna go to the gym and you're gonna start working out, you're gonna start moving and feeling good, and then you're gonna leave that workout and there's gonna be pee down to your knees, because apparently your body is incapable of stopping pee from coming out of your pee hole after you have a baby. People didn't tell you that you're gonna have to go to a vagina trainer to train your vagina to pinch off the pee so you don't pee yourself every time you work out. People tell you that you are gonna miss these days. You're gonna miss the days of waking up every hour, snuggling your sweet baby at night. You're gonna miss the days where they're teething and they're crying and you get to comfort them. You're gonna miss those days when they're just sleeping in your arms so peacefully. Y'all, that's about the only part of that I miss. I do not miss waking up every night. Maybe it's because I had 2 kids back to back, so I never really got out of that phase. I don't miss waking up every hour. I don't miss nighttime cuddles. I can cuddle during the day. Yes, I love my baby dearly, but we can cuddle during the day, girlfriend. People don't tell you that your new home decor, while you're going for the shiplap farmhouse style, turns into a disaster. They don't tell you that no matter how many times you pick up the toys, they somehow multiply and end up everywhere else like a tornado went through. People don't tell you that babies cry for no reason. When you first become a mom, I don't know about you, but for me, when I first became a mom, I was like, okay, he's crying, let's check his diaper. Is he hungry? Is he hurt? What's the problem? They don't tell you that all of that stuff could be perfectly fine and they'll still be crying. They don't tell you that. People don't tell you the toll that it's gonna take on your marriage when you have a kid. I feel like sometimes people have kids to help their marriage, when in reality it does the exact opposite. It creates a barrier between you and your significant other. You now have a human to keep alive while also keeping your relationship alive, which sometimes doesn't work. I've been really blessed with a husband who helps me tremendously, and we've, for the most part, been on the same page about most things when it comes to parenting, but most people, they don't get that lucky. It creates a strain on their relationship, and you can start hating the crap out of each other. Was anyone else that mom before you became a mom that swore up and down their kid wouldn't have the iPad? That was me. And let me tell you, when you haven't showered in 4 days, your house looks like a disaster, your sink is full of dishes, you're sleep deprived, you haven't eaten since yesterday, and you just want to sit down and enjoy a cup of coffee, that iPad becomes your best friend. Hello, free babysitter. That also goes for the bouncer. You know, we've heard all these new studies about how bouncers are bad for babies. But when the circumstances are right, mama needs to stay sane. Put that baby in the bouncer so you can go enjoy a glass of wine on the couch, watch a Mother Goose Club, because that's all you're gonna watch for the rest of your life. You know, my parents used to joke about giving us cough syrup to help us sleep at night. And I always thought, man, that sounds like child abuse. But you know what? After having a kid, If homeboy's acting the fool and needs some Benadryl to help him chill the heck out and go to bed, homeboy's getting some Benadryl. Does that make me a bad mom? Sure. People don't tell you that when your kid starts repeating things that you're saying, the first time they repeat it, it's gonna be a cuss word. This kid goes saying dog, cat, ball, up, down, eat, more, and then comes out with a oh, like it's no big deal. Oops. And I can't even blame that one on my husband, although I swore up and down that I was gonna be able to blame the first cuss word on him. Graham decides to start talking when mommy says a cuss word. People don't tell you that you're gonna carry this baby for 9 months, you're gonna puke your guts out for days, weeks, months. You're gonna go through all the pain of labor and delivery. Your baby's gonna come out looking like a clone of the father, and then ask, where'd daddy go? Every time daddy leaves, but mommy wants to leave, and it's, bye mommy. People don't tell you that no matter how much you try to stick to organic, natural, whole foods, your kid's gonna be eating goldfish off the floor and having popsicles for dinner. And then when you try to take a bite of their food, they get to decide whether they wanted you to take that bite or not. If they didn't want you to, they would prefer if you just regurgitated whatever you just ate because they want it back. They will tell you, mommy, mine. If you eat a bite of food that they originally offered you but then decided that they didn't want you to have it, then you're supposed to regurgitate it. Duh, mommy. Anyways, those are all the truths about motherhood that nobody warned me about, that I'm warning you about so that you don't fall into the same trap of multiple children in 2 years because your first one was fabulous. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share, turn on the post notifications so you can see more of my videos. I'm gonna have a special guest this weekend that I'm super excited about, so why don't you join me?